Devin Haney got his loss overturned to a no, to a I believe it was a no contest. All right, and a lot of people upset with that. A lot of people calling Devin Haney a sore loser. He should have took that L like a man. Why roll it back? That's not gonna change nothing because the world saw what happened during the fight anyway. Doesn't matter. Well, listen, man. I'm gonna give my opinion on it, man. Do I think that law should have been rolled back? Um, Most people would say, yeah, it should have been rolled back because Ryan Garcia, he, whatever y'all say about him juicing, that's what happened. And I'm gonna have to talk a little bit more about this. And I don't really like talking about this whole ped Osterine bullshit. I'm not gonna get deep in it. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real about it, how I feel, and I'm gonna give my common sense opinions on this shit, man. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out, right? But I'm gonna talk about it later on in another video. But he got his loss overturned, and my personal opinion on that is I don't think it should have been overturned. I think it should have stayed there. And I kind of agree. Just because it's overturned, it don't change nothing because everybody saw what happened in the fight. So what's the point of overturning it when everybody saw what happened? You know, even though it wasn't a fair loss, in my opinion, it was a loss. So removing it really ain't gonna do much if you ask me. And my thing is leaving it there to me is a would be like kind of like a badge of honor almost in a sense. Let me explain what I mean by that. Only if he was to fight Ryan Garcia again and whoop his ass. You know, that's just me. You know, if I was Devin, I'd be like, you know, man, fuck it, just leave it there, because I'm gonna push for this rematch and I'm gonna batter this motherfucker when we get back in the ring. That's where I'm at with it. Let me beat this motherfucker's ass when he ain't juiced up, and I'm gonna show the world that loss on my record don't mean a goddamn thing. But this win that I just put on my record does, and his ass whooping I just put on Ryan, and I focus now. I stick to my game plan and I whooped his ass. Might even knock him out. Who knows? That's just my opinion on the entire thing about the rolling back of the loss. I don't think it should have been touched. I think it should have been 31. 31-1, I believe that would have been his record, right? It should have stayed like that. You know, it looked kind of strange. You know, now it's 31-0. You know, he still fought him. It was a sanctioned fight. I mean, the belt wasn't on the line because Ryan came in 3 pounds overweight, but it was a real professional bout. Somebody lost. Leave the loss there, bro. We already know the loss don't mean shit. You know, even if he would have lost to Ryan and Ryan wasn't fucking doing no foul shit, still, you know, as Devin Haney fans, we like, okay, cool, we lost. So what? We ain't gonna blow a gasket like Tank fanboys would do when it comes to Tank if he ever loses, which he will. And that brings up another point I want to talk about real quick. People get upset when I made a video about Tank, you know, Shakur and Tank, and I was referencing Tankamaniacs and Tank fanboys and stuff like that. There's a difference, man. There's a difference between a fanboy and a fan, bro. It's clear as day. And I feel like if you triggered by that, man, then that must mean you a fanboy. You know what I mean? Or whoever, fangirl, fanboy, whatever. Because everybody know what a fan is and what a fanboy is. A fan, he enjoys a fighter, he takes a liking to a fighter, and he loves the sport as well. A fanboy don't give a fuck about the sport. He just cares about a fighter. He's fixated on a certain fighter. That's it. He believes his fighter can't do any wrong. His fighter can't lose. His fighter beats the world. His fighter is indestructible. That's what a fanboy is, in my opinion. That's not thinking realistically, man. A fan believe, we're like, yeah, my guy will beat that motherfucker, but I understand that there's a chance he could lose. I understand there's a possibility that my man might not come out on top in this fight. It could happen. That's what I say all the time when it comes to Crawford. I'm a Crawford fan, but I know he could lose, man. He could lose. And you notice every time, if you go back on my Crawford Spence at my prediction, I always said Spence was going to lose to Crawford. But what do I always say right after it? I always say, but there's a chance, Errol could go in there and hurt Terrence Crawford and it could be a whole different story. I say it all the time. So these guys understand what a fanboy is, man. They know what a fanboy and a fanboy. They know the difference. Come on, man. But anyway, I don't think this law should have been overturned. I think it should have stayed on his record because it would have been a reminder when he look at it on the work he need to do, and that would probably he'll see that loss, and it could be a motivational tool. Like, yo, I got a loss on my record. Now I want to spank Ryan Garcia even more now. Like, it's gonna make him into an animal because he got a loss on his record, and it was an unjust loss. So it's different. And now that the record is overturned, now he ain't got nothing to really work hard for no more. That's kind of like how I see it, man. But let me get y'all opinion, man. What you think about Devin Haney's loss being overturned? Do you think it was, it should have, it's justified? Which I think it is, but that morally, though, as far as boxing go, I just don't think it should have been, Or do you think like me, like they should have stayed there as a motivational tool for Dev, man? But anyway, let me know how you feel about it, man. This is your boy Rebel Light Boxing. I'll catch y'all on the next one, and I'm off this.